Good evening, everyone. Welcome. Today, we're going to be working on a new box called Shocker. It's a Linux easy mode machine, and we're going to be exploiting that today. So, without further ado, hope you guys enjoy. So, let's start. So, boo boo. I'm going to change directories and set it up. Sleeping today, man. It's been a long day. All right. Anyways, so with that being said, we're going to start the machine up. Totally forgot about that. And just to confirm that, oops. Yep, we're gonna use. Oops. Make this short, small. We're gonna ping just to confirm that we have access, and we do. Awesome. Moving on. Now we're gonna go to the directory machines. Oh, what's going on here? And then we're gonna go Shocker. Then we're gonna run finally our nmap scan. Same thing as always. We're gonna be running the default set your versions and search for the default scripts. Oops. We're gonna restart ports. We're gonna save this flag ports. Actually, let me see something in my notes real quick while that runs. I'm gonna make sure. If it does take long, I'll just skip this part as always, so no worries there. Oh, finally, one that was fast. All right, cool. So nothing pretty crazy here. All we see is just two ports. One is a website with HTTP, Apache, HTTP version 2.418. And then we have OpenSSH. Nothing crazy. Okay. So let's go see what's going on here. The index, it's called the index 80. Okay. That's interesting. So I guess, let me think. I think this would suggest that the web's intentionally basic and possibly hiding something. Um, yeah. Um, and there's no. Let's see what the source code is. There's nothing going on. Okay. Let me see something. No, that's not what I wanted. Okay, there's absolutely nothing going on here in the back end. I mean, in the front end. Um, Interesting. Let's see the Apache. Let's see what we got here. Not too much that we see on this server front server side. So on the website at least we don't see no version. See no hints or clues that can give us any uh momentum, I guess I like to say. Let's see what we got here. I guess I've done this one. This one. So this okay. How do you? Uh, hmm. Just trying to look for some information on the if there's any exploits. Obviously, as you can tell, I've clicked on these before, but I don't remember honestly. So we shall see. Um, Path tourism file disclosure vulnerability in Apache HTT. This is 49. Where ours is 18, so that's not in our jurisdiction. Well, it is obviously, but not really. So. Um, so CGI bed. Excuse me. Mm. Okay, so let's see what we got here. 2.4 to 2. Okay. It's where's it at? Okay. Uh, so this is DOS. So it's a buffer overflows. Da da da. It's a buffer overflow where the buffer will be overwritten and calculated. Da 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 da. No, that's not what we're trying to do. I guess. Nah, that makes sense. Let's see. What is this? Oh, this is effective. Mm. Oh, I didn't even do that. Go back here. It's nothing crazy. Like I don't remember this honestly. Okay. All right. Well, don't know what to say about that. But let me go to my notes from my Gold Buster and see if we can find any hidden directories with that. Where's it? Here we go. So, ah, so that's okay. By the way, this is one of my notes that I take typically. I have like a whole section of like how I approach my methodology of recon, enumeration, and stuff like that. I was going to get the IP. Okay. Okay. I don't see anything crazy. I've never seen This is the website that's confirmed, obviously, which is this, I would assume. Confirmed, yeah. Yeah, exactly. Um, hmm. What is CGI bin? Well, let's look that up right now. Never heard of it. What is CGI? CGI directory is a special folder on the web server where executable scripts are stored to create dynamic content enabling features like forms, submissions, and database interactions. When a user requests a file from the directory, the web server executes the associated script, which then performs its tasks and returns the generated content back to the user. So, if I had to think this logically, if we were able to perform some sort of task and it returned it back to us, that can possibly lead us to some remote execution. How I will go about that? I will first look at some, you know, vulnerabilities or some exploits on this, right? Because everything that I've seen so far doesn't really lead up to anything. I mean, server status. I mean, this is the website itself. This is a good clue of that. I mean, the HTTP password, access. I mean, obviously, we see the code 403, and it's not valid to us. So, with that being said, if I wanted to figure something out, first of all, we didn't get no version of the website or any sort of information on the website that can lead us to any hints or clues. So this kind of just told me, let's see what kind of hidden directories and files that we have, which is what I did with the GoBuster. Fuzz, that's something I do want to get into, but that's another story for another day. But I'm just using GoBuster for today. But the only thing that I do see that I have not seen on the website or anything like that is essentially CGI bin. So um, let's see if we can find some sort of exploit. Because from the description that we just saw here, this really tells us that if we can execute an associated, we can perform a task and it returns the generated content back to the user's browser. I mean, that just tells me that we can probably exploit that in some sort of way. But how we go about that, don't know yet. But we'll get to that momentarily. Let's see. Jeez. Actually, what does that even mean though? I don't even know what that even stands. What does CG bin mean? Oh, here we go. CGI stands for Common Gateway Interface, which is a standard protocol that allows web servers to interact with internal programs and scripts to generate dynamic content. Essentially, the CGI bin acts as a gateway for the server to run programs that the handle user input, process data, and return dynamic responses to the user bin. Okay. Okay. So it's a common, what is it? Gateway interface, which essentially acts as a gateway for the server to run programs that can handle user input, process data, and return dynamic responses to the user's browser. So that's pretty good to me. Kind of gives me the hint that there's something here. Exploit. Let's see exploits. Uh, CGI bin exploits are a type of cyber attack that targets vulnerabilities in common gateway interface. Who would have figured? Which are typically stored in a directory named CGI bin on a web server. When a web server receives a request for a file in this directory, it executes the file as a program rather than simply displaying its contents. Attackers exploit the flaws in these scripts to execute malicious commands on the server, often with the same privileges as this web server itself. So, this can lead to a wide range of security breaches. Who would have figured? So, command injection is the most common CGI vulnerability. It occurs in the script, takes da 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 da. Um, Actually, let me see if there's anything that pops up on the let's clear this out. On the no, nothing crazy. Pretty standard here. Okay. Just I wanted to see if there was any sort of like, data that we can gather with that, but obviously there's nothing crazy. So back to what we're doing. Um so it's buffer overflows, path traceable attacks, exploit flows, file and path validation to access restricted files in directories outside of intended web directory. Okay. Hmm. Oh man. Mhm. Exploits. Command injection. Okay. No, I'm not gonna verify that, boss. You good? Backdoor. Matuf. Um, Hypertext transfer protocol. The It has the characteristic of being stateless application level, a protocol for distributed systems. The current standards defined in RFC 2068 as HTTP. Operation request. This kind of sounds like burp sheet right here. The server responds to success of failed curl protocol vision. It requested data. Mm, okay, well, I mean, show me the. Wait, hold on. What we got here? Uh, excuse me. No, this is not what we're looking for, bro. Yeah. GitHub. All right. Let's see. No package listed. Directory. Allows for text to files. References. Let's click on this one here. Excuse me. It's a little bit late tonight, so No, this is no bueno. Let's click on this one. I'm trying to find something that's like explainable to me that I can follow the process of getting an export going. It just tells me path to Israel and all that stuff, but where do you insert in that? What am I, is it the URL that I'm inserting that in? Am I using burp sweep? Like I need an idea versus just breaking my head in half. Um, this. Mm, mm, mm. Okay, this kind of gives us a little bit of some info right here. Sounds like this what is it called? Shell shock is pretty legit. Let's see. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Something here. Where am I inserting this? Wait, hold on. Many of them testing for the presence of URLs such as CJ Big Count. Oh, okay. Uh, this doesn't really give me. I mean, Metasploit. Uh, mm, let's see. Okay. See what's going on with Metasploit. Oh man. Okay. Now, oops. That was not supposed to happen. All right. So yeah, I figure. Let me see uh um mm, shell shock. Is that how I'm looking for this? Actually, I don't know how it. No, that's not either. Let me look up. Oh, hold on. Hold that thought. This is quite interesting. There's a little bit more. I want to see first of all how we can do the Metasploit CG and shell shock. Oh, okay. Now we're talking. Using Metasploit, you can exploit the CGI based shell shock vulnerability with the multi. Okay. With the multi HTTP Apache mod patch Apache mod CGI bash and the execute module. So let's search. Oh, I think I spelled that wrong. Yeah, I did. Let's use that. I'm gonna use that, and I definitely spelled that wrong. It's L. Bingo. So let's see what we got here. R host. We're gonna set the R host to. Oh, oh, this is interesting right here. Actually, we'll get to that second. We'll see what's gonna happen with this. So, pretty cool. What else? And I think I set my local host to my. No, I set my local exploit target URL. Give me target URL. What do you mean? Hold on. There you go. More better. Um, what do you mean by that? Target URL? Actually, let me see what's going on here. Wait, what? This doesn't make a difference, does it? Hold on. I might have done a mistake. I don't think yeah, I didn't put the exploit in the beginning, but I just want to confirm that that's not something that we're missing out of this exploit here. Um, see. Bash, bash, and mode. Let me execute. I did it again. I don't know why I do that. No, it's the same thing, bro. I believe so, yeah. Yeah, the host, and then yeah, you must. Oh, So you must set the R host in the target URL. Okay, here it goes. R host in the path to the vulnerable CGI script. A common example is CGI. Da, 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 da. Let's try this. So we set target. Target URI CGI bin print. Show payloads is giving us the no. Well, I'm just gonna take its word that it's looking for the Linux reverse shell, which is the 28. So say set payload Linux. I'm just gonna copy. I'm not gonna take this whole time. Where's it at? It's right here. Go. And then we're going to set our local host, and then we're gonna exploit that. Oops. It looks like we're getting somewhere here, everyone. But no shells created. Pretty sure I did everything. Let's change the target. I want to see what's going on here. Auxiliary. Oh, hold on. I wonder if there's a. All right, let's try it out. All right. Okay, so we're gonna go back further, and we're gonna clear this out. We're gonna look at the auxiliary module. So auxiliary scanner, and it's the HTTP Apache mod CGI bash and then yes show options, and we're going to set the R host to our machine. Why does it keep opening these tabs? And we're gonna run it. Am I right? Interesting. So it's telling us to okay. Let's set the target. CGI bin CGI bin print CGI. Let me not mess this up. I want to get this right. So it's CGI. CGI Ben slash print and dot CGI. Right. Okay, let's see. The auxiliary module executed completed. Once a vulnerable system is discovered, I mean, we didn't see anything there, buddy. All right, let's go back to this, baby. Maybe. All right. And then what did you say? All right, well, that didn't work out for us, unfortunately. So I'm pretty sure I followed the steps, looked at other things. Uh, oh, okay. That's interesting. What do you mean by that? I've never seen that before. Oh, interesting. Huh. Common HTTP headers targeted for the attack included user, agent, referral, and cookie. Automates this process by injecting the malicious payload into user agent header. Okay. Mhm. Yeah, we did that one already. Unfortunately, didn't work out for us. Let's see if there's any other ones that we can look into. No. Shell shock attack. So hold on. This document is intended by Bash is a Unix shell written for GND project as a free software replacement for bar and shell sh basic stuff. Shell shock. This vulnerability in Bash allows code execution without confirmation. A series of characters confuses the Bash because it doesn't know what to do with them. So by default, it executes the code after it. Oh, that's interesting. Windows is completely safe from this vulnerability. About 75% plus of the internet is Apache, and 80% of the Apache's servers run on Linux. So almost the entire internet is vulnerable. Interesting. Bash functions can be used in SH scripts, one-liner commands, and also be defined in environment variables. Environment variables are basically define behavior of the environment. They can affect the processes ongoing or the programs that are executed in the environment. And by the way, this is pretty. I didn't know anything. I know some of it, but now this is more. This is good. It's stuff that I don't remember and things that I don't know either. So the sources issue. Um, echo vulnerability bash C echo test. So just really common gateway interface. It is a way to let Apache execute script files and send out to the client. The script files can be written in any language understood by the server. To exploit shellcode, we need to find a way to talk to Bash. So this implies finding a CGI that we will use Bash. CGI is commonly used Python or Perl. You know, I didn't know that neither because at first I know it said the language of Perl, but it didn't say Python. So that's a good for me because I know a little bit of Python. But it's not uncommon to find on old servers CGI written in shell or even C. Uh, all right. Reverse shell. Basically, I know what that is. Steps are okay. Here we go. Cali. So from the screen, show we can see. Mhm. So they're using burp sweep. Okay, so I was in some sort of I was in the right direction where this was going with the request and response earlier today from one of the exploits. It kind of gave me the hint, you know. And then we also saw the user agent, which actually, speak of the devil, uh, we saw it here as well. HTTP header to use is a user agent. And it fits the description, so this could yeah. All right, so I will be using the burp sweep, intercept the web page using burp sweep proxy. There's a CGI running. The requirements to do a shell are met, so let's just see if it really works now. Request set our parameters. So let's target the user target, a user agent using a simple test payload. Shows the response which confirm present, XE password details. I can't see that one that good. Let's see. Okay, so intercept the web quest. What did he put? He uh, put a bash script and it was a reverse. Uh, so he basically tested to see what he got back. So let's see how we can do this. All right. Um. Hmm. Uh, hmm. All right. Let's pop this baby up. Let's do this, buddy. So usually, I'm just gonna copy and paste what the I would say this is the beginning of it. But this is a bash. Hold on, let me see something real quick, bro. This is shit. No, I'm tripping. Sorry. Uh man, I'm bugging. Okay, so where was I? Yeah, burp sweep. So from here, he ended up putting his, I believe his IP address. No, it has to be his 14, 3. Put E bash, no bin, SH, and then I was there. And he set up a listener, so let's see what's going on here. Okay. And we'll do 444. So set that up. And it is, if I'm not mistaken, I'm gonna have to put it either like this. Oh, let's see. I think so. Hmm. Okay. Mm. No, it wouldn't be it wouldn't be the machine. It would be because I want it to come back to me. So hold on. Hold on. Um, this is why it's good to test it before. So, let's see. 10, 4, yeah, E, and uh, forbidden. So, let me try something here, buddy. We're gonna do this. 444. We're gonna get an end cap, and we're gonna run it right after this, baby. Nope. Nope. Hmm. Mm. Okay. Let's take this baby out. And let's do this. I can zoom in. It'd be so better, but this is brutal. Just copy the rest because I get the idea. So, um, better. Ping. I've never seen C3, but whatever. Okay. This looks like the machines thing here, so it's oh no. It keeps opening up these babies, man. Okay, that's why. Oh, that's why. Duh. Making a new one. All right. Close it. We're gonna close that. And we're gonna cat. We're gonna. We want them to display which is cat, right? And then we want them to show us the. Still nothing. Don't think that's accurate, brother. Let's try that. Hmm. See where that three's from, but to be honest with you. Let me look at what that means, anyways. Cybersecurity. I don't know what C means, so I'm gonna look that up right now. All right, you know what? I'm just gonna ask ChatGPT real quick. Let me pop it up. Well, that's going. Get that. We come back here. Let's see what ChatGPT. Okay. Let's see. I'm missing something here because I'm really just typing the. Oh. C ping C. What does that mean? Hold on. Curious now. Custom. So it's a custom format, unless I got that wrong, but I'll double check at the end of this. Okay, so let me see. I don't get that three at all. Yeah. Ping C. No. Let's see what am I seeing here. I'm gonna have to look at another. Hmm. Where's the CV for this? Here we go. Mm-hmm. Okay, nothing there. Went on that. Hmm. Man, this is it's not that hard, but I mean it's just a searching that's okay. Let's see. Here we go. Well, I'm curious. Let's see something before I. No, I don't think that. I never tried that one before. As far as curl in there. That's interesting though. Hmm. I want to see how the burp sweep is though. Burp sweep. The walkthrough. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Hmm. We're gonna figure this out, folks. Don't you worry. We're gonna figure this out. I swear, sometimes these easy machines are like medium to like even sometimes hard. But all good. We'll figure this out. This goes. There we go. Weren't we just in this one? Yeah, we were. That's a mistake. I'm going to click on this one. Because I put my, if I'm not mistaken, I put the. Wait, why would I? Hold on. Why would I use my machine if I'm trying to get that on my end? I think I did that. Let's see. 14, 2, 2, 3. And we have right 4, 4, 4, 4. I don't think this. Oh, okay. No, it didn't. Let's see. Let's not do this. How about we just do. Let me see something. Yeah, this is taking forever, bro. What's going on? Let's try something here, fellas, because it obviously is command injection right here. So, but if what if we use it? Because it said it goes after, because the bash can't understand it by default. But so by default, we'll just execute whatever is after it, right? So let's see. Darn, this is interesting. Wait, what the hell is going on here? That is not the right. No, it's 2223. I think I spotted that on earlier. Oh, no, no, no. I need that. I need that. I need that. Let's see here. Let's play around with this stuff. Why does it have that? Okay, let's see what's going on here. What the? Hold on. What the? This is we'll try it out. I'm just curious what this is leading us. My gosh, this is like a rabbit hole. Uh, must- dev TCP dev 4444 0. What is going on? Maybe. Hmm. Each one of them has a different sort of script on them. I'm just trying to find which one is working for me. So, so we get the header. Da, da, da. All right, let's try this baby out. Let's see. Yeah, we can try that one. Hold on. Let's see. Uh, this is you. Damn, this is man. Kind of stuck here actually. Huh. It's actually using the referrer instead of the user. I can do that too. I mean, let's try it out. Um, we don't have one, so we're gonna have to make one up. All right, cool. So let's do it right under host, and we're gonna subtract this baby out. All right. Let's take that baby out. Hmm. Mm-hmm. 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 We're gonna get this. We're gonna get this. I'm bugging. Mhm. Okay, I'm in the CGI. Okay. So let's see. So the vulnerability itself was discovered when inside environmental variable such as this user empty function syntax was specific. An empty function syntax looks like something like this. And this right here is a syntax for an empty function. Oh, so any command that we want to run before we want we must have this empty function syntax. Why? Well, this when the batch gets the characters in order. Right. Okay. So mm, hmm. Do this. What purpose would allows us to request to send them as many times we need. Da, 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 da. I see. Okay. So as we mentioned, we want to inject the command inside the user agent. Da, da, da. Let's remove this function. Da, 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 da. I swore I typed this one in there. Mm. All right, let me just copy and paste this baby in here because we'll edit it as we go. So this is gonna be our. And we're gonna. Bro, I'm going crazy. Um, I don't know. I mean, oh, okay. That's what I wanted to know. That C flag. So it'll tell the target that whatever we send after that will be the command we. So what if we did something like. Mm, I mean, it might work, but let's try echo. Oh man, what am I doing wrong here, bro? I I'll follow along with these exploits. Maybe there's other ones too. Hmm. What would be what would be like some sort of injections on user agent for a reverse shell? Oh man, this is pretty. Yeah, but this we want the C flag here too. So see. Let me try. Let me see something really quick. I hope. No, that's right. That's right. Yeah. Mm, yeah, I'm kind of stuck on this one, guys. What if we? Um, what if we echo? Hmm. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's nothing. Hmm. We're missing something. I know we're close to this, baby. So, um, hmm. Wait, wouldn't it be app before? Damn, this is really. I bet it's the most simplest thing too. I bet it's like. Let's see. Fine. All right. Well, let's get back to. Man, I. Uh, Hmm. So it seems like that. Um. This. Let me zoom in that baby real quick. Um, yeah, it seems like that baby is. So whatever bin bash is, that C flag, whatever, since it's an empty function syntax, whatever after that for that C flag will execute it. So, hmm, that's a good one, man. Uh, what was the? Let's go back to this one real quick. Um, this- no, we try this one. Oh man. Um. Hmm. Hmm. I'm tempted to use ChatGPT on this one, but I'm gonna solve it on my own. So it's. Oh man. All right, let's try this one. There's a couple ones that there was a couple things that I saw that the other one didn't have, which was the echo, uh, which makes sense because we're trying to echo whatever it is that we're trying. I mean, uh, show us what we're trying to do. So let's just say that. So it's what is it? I'm gonna keep the echo there. Ignored. No, I'm gonna put that. I. Let's keep it. And then he moves on to puts the slash. I'm just trying everything here, guys. So don't mind me just exploring. Um, uh, I. Damn, bro. Hmm. Let's take this baby out. You put 0. Hmm. Tough one, bro. Mm, what if we try? Let's see. C. Well, C. We're going back to C because obviously C is a flag that it executes whatever is after the empty syntax function, which is this right here. We wanted to echo it, bin bash, and then we want to execute whatever's after this. So we got this right here. Dude, I don't know. Let's play around with this. So it's no bueno, man. Hmm. Let's test it out. What if I'm in the wrong URL? Hold on. Oh. No, that can't be it. Why does it say get time.cgi? That's interesting. I didn't. Uh, Let's go back to directory. I don't see anything in there, dog. Um. Okay, man. Hmm. That's so weird. Let's try it out. I don't think that's legit though. That's not ours because I'm saying because the reason why I'm saying that conclusion is because all we have is this directory, is nothing else. I don't know. This is probably like a very outdated one too, and we have the CGI bin here, but we're getting the forbidden. I know I'm running these commands correct. Well, at least think I haven't run these commands correctly, but we're not getting nothing back. So maybe if we ran, let me go back to my notes for some enumeration tools. Uh, mm, it's interesting. So, um, Go Buster, and we're gonna do the common one actually. Wait, I have my notes. 1 second. Where is it at? Go Busters, right here. Yep, here. Um, yeah, because man, that's the only thing I can think of, to be honest. Like, I mean, we pretty much ran through Metasploit, tried messing with that, the shell shock. I mean, yeah, I don't know. It's a tricky one for sure. Um, let's see. So copy that, baby. Come down here, post that. Then we're gonna run. Let's see. Extend. All right. So the reason why I did the extension is because um, we obviously ran the basic enumeration. I mean, yeah, enumeration on the box, and we didn't find anything crazy. I even put the medium text here to expand it, but we just came out back with CGI bin, which then led me to believe that if we are in the correct URL, which I thought we were, CGI bin, which I believe so, there has to be something missing here because obviously, um, you know, everything I'm doing here, at least the commands I'm following through the walkthroughs are not going through. So, and one of the hints that I saw here too that kind of threw me off was the which was this gentleman right here where he got get time.cgi. I don't know where he got that. I mean, do you? No. But I don't know where he got that from. So there's probably some hidden directories that I'm not hidden. So then I went further, and obviously, if this is just giving us the basic enumeration availability directories, then it's good to believe uh, that there could be some extensions to the CGI search. So I came here and I said, well, does CGI bin have extensions? And it said that it does not have extensions. The scripts and programs placed inside can use a variety of extensions depending on the language they are written in. So, common CGI scripts, generic common gateway scripts, used for scripts written in Perl programming. Py indicates Python script. SH used for shell scripts such as Bash. Yeah, we can. These are good too. Uh, uh, Let me see on GoBuster. How would that look? Just curious. So got it. So it would be extension CGI Scorpio CH PHP. Okay, it's pretty good. We're getting somewhere. Man, this is a lot. Not really. Let's see. Should pop up some babies right now. Okay. Uh, uh, All right. Expand that out. Let me see what else we got. Mm, Common extensions for CGI scripts. Here are some of the most common extensions you would include in your GoBuster scan. So we would. So like something like this. Mm-hmm. Hmm. Yeah, we're not getting anything whatsoever. All right, we're gonna have to try fuzzy. F of. So let me get that in my notes right now. 1 second. URL pp slash we're gonna use the common one. The rest of the command is CGI, CGI, it's was, and then there would be the word list. That is simply, yep. So word list. We're gonna get this one right here. And gonna see what we find here. And nothing. This is actually giving us less than what we were actually asking for. So let me see if let's see. Mm. So, um, let me see how that plays out because I don't know. I do want that one, that E flag, but common. Hold on. Mm, Okay, here we go. So, excuse me. Mm, uh, no. Okay, well, we want the E flag, so that's that. But I don't know exactly how that will play out. So we're gonna go with extension C extension. Oh, wow, this is taking longer than I expected. So much for easy. Mm, this is not what I needed. I need oh, here you go, wiki. All right. So word lists, multiple word lists, pitchfork. I'm looking for extensions. Looking for E. Let's see. Nope. Huh. Um. You know what? This is figure it out. Like E, and then we're gonna put what was the other ones? It was the we'll see what happens if she gives us the error. Okay, I guess that worked. So let's see. It's, I don't know. Hey, okay. So we see there's a user directory here. Okay. So, oh, let me see. So let's go to user dash. Uh, oh, okay. So hold on. Why is that? Why would that matter? Okay, so the reason why this makes sense is because we ran a different enumeration tool, FF, and we were able to. Well, first of all, we didn't find anything in GoBuster, so that's taken out the picture. What's funny is that when I ran FF, you see that when we ran CGI Ben, it was able to enumerate enough of these, and then we ended up getting a 200 on user, and just my logic that right after we have the CGI bin, it was just right to put the user that sh, if that makes any sense. At least for me, it does. So, um, I just wanted to recap on that. So let's there's nothing else that we can do. Not that I know nothing else, but um, these walkthroughs really don't really explanatory. Show like their enumeration, like they just kind of go straight to the point, and they don't really. Yeah, I think that's the part that they explain because this guy has get time.cgi, and we obviously have something completely different here. So, anyways, with that being said, let's try this. I don't know if it's gonna work, but whatever. If this doesn't work, you know what? Whatever. So let's try this, and we're gonna go here. We're gonna get this baby. If this doesn't work, we'll go back to the other ones, and we'll try to figure that out and go from there. Uh, and we have a confirmation here. This is what we were talking about. All right. Um, let's see. Let me put that in my notes real quick. Sorry. Hold on. By the way, I'm writing my notes as I go with this. So it's a lot of stuff here. Let's see. Okay. Ooh, okay. Alrighty. All right. Sorry for that. Just writing my notes down. Taking a screenshot of that. Awesome. So now that we have that, let's try. Let's try out a reverse shell. Let's get this baby right here. And let's try it here. Oh, do I have my end cut up? I didn't go through. Man, what am I missing here? Let's take this. Oh, you know what? We definitely forgot the C flag. So let's see. It gave me the 200s, but it didn't connect. Huh. Put that lower here. Let's figure this out. Let me go back. It's not catching it though. Why is that? Mm, why is it not catching it? Man, this is a beauty. Hmm. I mean, bro, freak. Um, let's see what we had here before, bro. Let's try this one. Hey, okay. At least, and I think this was one actually that we got from the other exploit, which I don't know which one it was, but it was one of them that we got this. Yeah, it was not this one. Oh, finally, man, that was a battle. So let's see. We got the user. So let's go back. Oh, what the? Let's find the find type file. Actually, I got this in my notes right here. The basics of Kali. Mm, mm, we're gonna find this because I'm not gonna search for this baby. Actually, you know what? Mm, permission denied. Okay. Hmm. Let's see. Mhm. Let's go to home. Shelly. We got the user. And let's find the so we can. So if hold on, let me see. So she has root privileges here. So let's do. How do you do it? Root. Uh, root. She has permission denied. Ah. So as you see here, as the user Shelly, we can run the user Ben Pearl as the root with no password. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna look up get one lines. What's it called? I think it's 1 second. Uh, get root. Get root. One line. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh. So we're gonna get sudo. So I'm assuming. So it looks like we can use, since it's a Perl, we can use one of these right here, which is set user ID. If the binary has a set user ID, it does not drop, no. The binary is allowed to run as a super user by sudo. It does not drop the elevated privileges and may be used to access these. So let's try this baby. It's sudo perl execute. I'm gonna close it up here, and then we're gonna leave it up here. And as we see it, folks, we got the root file. I mean, the root text. So guys, just as a recap of what we were able to do here today as far as exploring the Shocker machine, essentially there was a couple things here which took a little bit longer than I expected, but it's part of the process. So I ended up running an mmap scan, and we ended up coming off two open ports here. One was a HTTP service and the other one was SSH. I further went on and I went into the website, and all I had was this. And I tried looking around. There was nothing as far as any version, version or whatever, any hints or clues that can give us. But we didn't see anything. I even went to the view page source, and nothing was here. So with that being said, I pivoted into going into the directory here, which essentially we got the CGI. So I ended up going GoBuster on this one, and we saw that there was a CGI bin here. The index HTML is essentially this right here, the front end of the website. So there was nothing there. So further on, obviously, I went to CGI, and there was nothing else that was importance in that matter. So I went and I started exploring what CGI was, and essentially is a common gateway interface, which is I mean, in other words, it's basically a web page that requires dynamic content, and it does a lot of it communicates with other scripts when a user interacts with a web page, and that requires, such as, like I said, dynamic context, such as filling out a form. The server executes a script from the CGI bin directory to process the request and send back customized response. And there's more to that. And I went into the rabbit hole of that as well, so I'm not going to bore you with that. Further on, I started looking for any exploits, and we ended up basically finding an exploit for CGI bin. And however, we tried and we couldn't get no shell, as you can see here, unfortunately. I tried looking at the auxiliary scans as well. I went to the auxiliary scanner, and nothing was discovered as far as vulnerability. With that being said, I basically pivoted into like finding out if there's any other CGI vulnerabilities, and we ended up finding out how there was a shell shock. And throughout the video, you'll see that it was a pretty much of a hassle to figure out the right commands and stuff like that. But besides that, shell shock is a valid exploit for this machine, and it further on showed me that it was very promising. As we proceeded forward, I got stuck at a point where there wasn't a sufficient enough information that we can exploit the shell shock. At first, it was a CGI. Then I started figuring out or thinking that there has to be more than this, because obviously, going back to our Go Buster, we just had a very selective amount of information, which was this one right here. And that's how we get the CGI initially. However, when I moved on and I ended up looking for extensions on Go Buster, we didn't find anything particular here. It gave us more of an input than prior, right? So I moved on to the other directory, the other enumeration directory. The other enumeration tool here, FF, and we were able to, add the extensions here after me exploring, playing around with it and seeing what else I was able to find. I went to help to find which commands were needed. Flags were needed. And in this case, I ended up using the comma separated list of extensions, extends fuss keyword. And as you can see in this command right here, I ended up using CGI, PL, SH, Py, and PHP. And Python. And we ended up finding something that was useful, which had a status of 200, and it was a user. So at this point, my thought process was, well, I ended up using CGI. Let me see first, just using user .sh. That didn't work. So then I ended up putting the CGI first and then user.sh, and we ended up getting this, which then I went back to my directory. My burp sweep, and I got the request, and I sent it to repeater. From here, I ended up trying some commands to see, and we did initially get the okay. In any case, it's here. Believe me. And so then I ended up going back to the other request that I was playing around with initially, which was right here, the CGI bin. And we weren't getting no success whatsoever. Obviously, we're getting the 403 code. And so I ended up coming back here, and I was able to essentially use this one as my reverse shell. So from there, we ended up getting access to the shocker. So we ended up getting inside. We ended up locating the user. We ended up getting the text here. Okay, welcome back. Sorry, I had to look for that. So yeah, from there, we ended up finding the user text once we got the reverse shell connection. And then I started exploring where I can wanted to see what users had pseudo privileges. And we see that Shelly can essentially, she had user bin Perl, and that meant that she can run user bin Perl as the root with no password. And then I ended up going into the GTF opens and just trying to find pseudo commands that would allow the super user, will allow me to run as a super user by using sudo. And we ended up using the Perl one here to execute bin sh, and we were able to run that, and we ended up with this result here, which then, going through some of the directories, I ended up finding the root text, and that's how we ended up here. So I hope you guys had a good time here and learning some stuff. If not, I hope you guys were, entertained for the least. It was pretty boring, but I hope you guys enjoyed and learned something with this. So with all that being said, thank you very much, and you guys have a good night. Thank you.